hookup via Telstar with comedian Mort Burke.
Mortimer,
a friend of Josh's. So, Josh, it's on you.
yeah, Mort, if you bomb, I'm like fired. So
That's a crazy angle, huh?
yeah, I know it's real.
How are you today, Mort?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Josh. Always real nice bringing the hot pressure for me.
Joke, right?
Well, I'm going to start with kind of a curveball. I'm going to play something for you. I want to see if you can figure out what this is. This is probably the only time you've ever had an interview start with something this dumb, but you're welcome. Let's give this a listen, and here we go. Can you hear that? Is that playing now? Do you hear that, Mort?
Yeah, it sounds like tiny little circus music.
No.
It does sound like tiny little circus music, though.
Anybody know what it
Like a
is?
tiny circus.
Yeah.
No.
It's the theme.
Something I'd never listened to ever.
No, it's the theme from the great TV show Burke's Law.
Are you even familiar with that show, Morgan?
I've never even heard of that, and it's my last name.
So no one has referenced that.
Starring the great Gene Barry.
There's no reason you should know any
my
of this.
gosh.
He was an L.A. detective that drove a Rolls Royce. He was independently wealthy. Great show.
Great show.
What year?
What year?
I telling you, Mort.
Early 60s at the latest.
5 or 6 years from now, when Mort's famous and he produced the 2027 version of Burke's Law.
Oh, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
Starring a
63 to 66, my
There
friend.
it is.
wow, it's a great show.
There you go.
Started in black and white.
Brought to you by Tommy Thompson Cigarettes for Kids.
Tired of the same old thing after school? Try Tommy Thompson Cigs.
Now with mercury.
Now, Mort,
Give your toddler some cocaine for the kid.
So that's officially 60 years old.
I'm sorry, but he left out the best part. He didn't drive the Rolls Royce. He was chauffeured to his crime scene.
Oh,
okay,
Rolls Royce.
even better.
And wasn't the chauffeur like Sebastian Cabot or somebody?
Was it? Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, you're going back now.
I was trying to tie something in so we could remember Mort Burke's last name. You see, so
well, he's got a pretty. I mean, Mort. That's quite a name there, Mort.
Mort?
Yeah, Mort. That's my real name is Mort, which is a ridiculous thing.
Is it short for Morton?
Yeah, it's short for Morton. And when I was like 20, my parents told me that they almost named me Dylan, which is the coolest name in the whole world. But they decided to go with Mort instead, which just don't tell me that. Why would you inform me? That's, you know what I mean? That's like being like, hey, buddy, happy birthday. We almost got you this Porsche, but instead we got you this picture of a guy getting his penis crushed by a garage door.
I'd like to see that. Actually.
Is that in color or in black and white?
Porsche. Instead of the picture of the guy.
I think Morton Burke passes my test for naming kids, which is the Supreme Court test. You could be a Supreme Court justice today, Justice Morton Burke.
Yes.
Yeah, could, but he's
Former
not.
stand-up comedian and now Supreme Court Justice Morton Burke.
Okay, and Mort has a new thing out there on YouTube. It's his stand-up special entitled "Spiritually Filthy." Where'd you video this thing?
We shot it out here in L.A. at the Yard Theater out here.
Oh,
In the yard.
That's a great title.
okay.
Where the play happens. I don't know. That should be there.
Is "Spiritually Filthy" referenced during your set?
No, not specifically. It's like thematic. I keep it intellectual. I'm one of those smart comics.
Okay. And
I've seen the special. It's not that smart.
Oh yeah, you only know that's sarcastic if you've seen it.
right.
so you don't come out on stage to the theme from Burke's Law,
Oh, Tom.
waiting
no,
for someone in the audience to scream out, "Oh my God!"
Actually, Tom, Mort is a hell of a skateboardy. Boardy. That's what they call them. Yeah. Yeah. When you actually.
Oh, I didn't know it was called that.
They call them boardies.
When you're
This
in
is
the
the hippest group of people I've ever met.
Skateboarding.
It's only going to get worse.
No, and so the intro is him skateboarding around L.A. and yeah.
You just sounded like you were ratting on the skateboarding kid calls me nerdy.
Skateboarding broke my glasses.
Wow. Did you see that thing last week where the
Oh God.
the woman was in Brazil, skateboarded out of the back of an airplane?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool.
I did see. Now we're getting into my. Yes, I did see that. Letitia Buffani is her name. Yes.
Yes. And that does sound like
Yeah.
a sex move. I gave her the old Buffani. She's going to need a wheelchair for a week.
Or shampoo.
You know who hates that joke? Letitia.
Yeah.
She's a big fan of the show, so she's gonna love this.
So, Mort, your new comedy special is debuting on YouTube just today. Am I getting this right?
Yeah, that's correct. Today at 5 Pacific Standard Time.
All right.
Yeah.
AM or PM?
It's going to be PM, which I'm not sure. I'm not good with the time zone translation. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's 100 o'clock. I don't know.
Mort used to work, Tom, at a porno shop.
Oh boy.
Yeah, in Chicago.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And now, was this a
Is
live?
that how you met him?
Was this Mort, was this shall we say, a wall with a hole in it? What's the word I'm looking for?
A glory hole? No.
A
no.
glory hole?
Yeah, no.
Dang. I'm getting Jeff Ross style roasted over here.
I'm sorry. Were you a clerk at a porno shop?
Yeah, I was a clerk, and I was one of my. I just love the titles of the movies. You know, that's the only like fun you're having at a place like that. My favorite. I don't know. There's a bunch of really.
What was one that you rented yourself?
Yeah. You like this story?
Yeah, I do.
This is this is right before the internet. So I brought home a DVD one time called Art School Sluts.
Okay.
Which that just shows you my taste, which I stand behind that. I think that's like a perfectly
No.
So I brought it home and I was about to sit down and watch it in my DVD player and enjoy myself to these burgeoning young artists.
Yes.
And there was a truck outside and it was playing this song super loud. I remember it very distinctly. Oh, what a night. It was like God was being sarcastic at me. You know what I mean?
Did you have regular customers and you'd recognize them, and when they would come in, would you say, "Oh, he's here. I know what he's into"? And you'd direct them, "Hey, we've got something new from the Ass Jammer Twins over in aisle 7."
Yeah, here's the new releases, Dave. Good morning. How are you?
Ass Jammer Twins.
Was the idea for you to be sort of non-judgmental and not too friendly? I would think it'd be such a weird situation. You're not going to say,
It is weird.
You're going to love this one, sir."
Yeah, no, we were allowed to be as judgmental as possible.
It was the Ed DeBevics of porno shop.
Yeah, just roasting and slamming everybody as they walk in. Hey, what's up, you sex-addicted pervert?
So we're speaking with comedian Mort Burke. Mort has his new comedy special coming out at 5 o'clock. I forget Pacific time or something. Today on YouTube, so be sure to watch it.
8 o'clock Eastern.
Mort, I'm a little. What percentage of your customers when you were working the porno shop were ladies? May I ask?
Exactly 0.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I assume that's probably changed now with porno being so accessible on the internet. It's a little more inviting for the ladies and less embarrassing, I would think.
Potentially, yeah.
But I don't know. Has your interest in pornography been reduced now that you're an adult with a career of sorts, kind of moving forward? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm not that into it. And working there really does kind of like it. How do you say this? There's a lot less luster around it once you see 7 50-year-olds in a row.
Yeah, I worked at a spaghetti restaurant for several years, and I couldn't eat spaghetti for quite a while.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's
it's the
exactly
same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Did you ever get nostalgic for the good old days and go rent the Ass Jammer Twins?
See, that was kind of what was funny about Mort. Was never into it. It was literally a job for him. And I was kind of into it, and I was like, "Hey, man, I can't believe you got this lush job."
Yeah, it was like the chocolate factory for Jeff. Couldn't believe it.
Did you tell your parents that you were working at a porno shop?
No, they're just finding out right now. My mom is currently just silently weeping.
We should have named him Dylan.
Yeah, what do you think's gonna happen?
On that Porsche.
Yeah, Dylan Burke does sound like a private detective.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mort, I'm very proud of you. You're 12 years sober, which is great.
Yeah.
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 Because you and I used to get in some trouble when you weren't sober. I don't know if you remember a particular party where there was a staple gun involved.
No, please continue.
We had a contest to see who could take a staple to the leg without
Oh my gosh.
without flinching.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, we were sick. I want to say this. I know he's a little bit of the butt of the joke sometimes on the show, and Josh, I just want to say this. He has always been the funniest person in the room, the nicest person in the room, and he has always, always, always looked 47.
True.
Well, thank you, Mort. Thank you.
Since day one. Just the doctor said to his mom the day he was born, congratulations, he's 47.
Excellent.
Now, Mort, have you seen Josh lately with the full beard and the sort
Yeah.
of
Gray.
the white whisk broom that is emerging from his lower lip?
Dude, he's like a wizened old hot daddy.
So now he looks 57.
He looks great. He looks
Yeah.
like Santa's hotter brother.
And don't take this the wrong way, Mort, but you could play someone who was in his early 20s. You're very young looking.
Thank you. Yeah, I made a deal with Satan. No, I don't know.
Yeah, he's a terrific, good actor. You've been in the Mindy Project. You had a recurring role there, and
Yeah, drug history, workaholic.
oh yeah, a lot of, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the show right now called Mythic Quest on Apple TV, which is good. It's about gamers.
With Rob
Yeah.
McElhenney, you bet.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I often get I'm typecast as a nerd, which they don't understand. I'm really cool. I don't know how
Well, you're a skateboarder.
That's right.
I'm a skateboarder.
Okay, now I don't want to leave you, Mort, without even out obscuring myself. I think the Burke's Law theme was a pretty obscure touch.
Sure.
Wow.
And I was a little boy when that show was on, and I just loved it. You know, how cool is this guy? He's got a Rolls Royce, and he's a detective.
Yeah.
That was great. But I'm going
That's
to
all it took back then.
get more obscure here. Since you're a skateboarding guy of some, I understand, of some skill.
Yes.
Have you ever seen the video Skater Dater?
Wait, what is it? I've heard of it. What is it?
Skater Dater was one of the very first afternoon TV clips from the 60s. I think Dennis Miller may actually reference it in one of his, I think when I saw him do stand-up, I think he referenced it. It's incredibly obscure, but it was one of the very first sort of afternoon TV things.
1965, the world's first skateboard movie, it says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you think that was going to be more current? Because it's 65 instead of 63? He'll know this.
I'm just asking. I just thought it'd be fun for him.
Can you just ask him about TV shows maybe made after Kennedy was shot?
Okay.
Maybe that can be
He's not wrong.
the era we aim for.
Now, are you still an avid skateboarder?
I roll around a little bit. I went skating yesterday, although I'm of the age now where it's more for like health and calisthenics, which is kind of sad. You know?
What is your best move, may I ask?
You know, I still got kickflips on lock, as the teens say.
I don't know what that means. Help me here.
You can do a
All I
kickflip.
can do I can flip the board once, basically, with my feet, which is kind of a miracle. I mean, I wasted my high school years
Oh,
learning it. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Do
Gotta be worth
you
something.
snowboard?
no, we look down on snowboarders.
Well, I do too, but I'm a skier.
Okay, we have something in common.
Finally.
Our guest is comedian Mort Burke, and Mort's new special will be streaming on YouTube coming up. It's called Spiritually Filthy. What else on the TV special are you ashamed of your parents seeing?
Oh man, the whole thing, just moment one to the close.
Do you warn them that it's coming? Do you say, hey, by the way, I've got this TV thing coming. There's a part in this you might find a little bit disturbing, or?
Yeah, I mean, I tell them you don't have to watch, and I think my mom's cool. She's like, it's all right. She goes, you're an artist, which is not true, I don't think.
That's a good attitude. Now, are you aware, Mort, that your friend Josh Arnold once asked his parents to return a series of pornographic DVDs to a porno store because he had something else? What was the background on this?
I had to go to a party and they were dropping me off, and if those movies hadn't been returned, I was going to accrue some late fees. And so I said, hey, while you're dropping me off at the Johnstons, can you also take these back to Spanky's?
Spanky's.
Did you also go, I'm sorry I was born?
I mean,
I should have.
You have to know that his mother to this day can remember all of the titles, kind of sadly.
Yeah. Well, she looked at one and she looked at me and she goes, so what exactly is unnatural sex? That's anal, Mom.
Oh, boy.
Anal mom.
Okay.
Hey, Mort, good talking to you, sir. Don't fall off your
Yeah, thanks so much
skateboard.
for having me, guys.
See you.
Mort.
Thank you
seeing
so
you, buddy.
much.
Love
Yeah,
you.
can't wait to see your special.
Once again, it's
Thank
called
you.
Spiritually Filthy, and it's on YouTube starting later today, so that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.